Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy. Okay. Just gonna open up the house that I have here. I haven't found a lot of really good Markarth adjacent housing mods. There are approximately 2.4 million nice homes around Whiterun, but I did find it's a little, in combination with JK's Markarth has a barrel in the way, but yeah, it's near what's the Warrens, right? Yeah, it's near the Warrens. You have to lock your way in. I like that mod. If you look at the lock right now, it's a Dwemer cog. So the lock picking UI will change according to what kind of lock you're picking. That's cool.
Not bloody time. I'm sorry. What can I do for you?
I'm hungry. I'm not sure what I want. Is there something you want, Kai?
Aye. I can think of something I've got an appetite for. Aye, something. More like someone. But I can't be singing that too loud now.
I can hear you. You're 6 inches away. Let me guess. You're thinking about a hot bowl of Horker stew, am I right?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Guess you must know me pretty well now.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is the first time in my damn life that someone asked me what I wanted, and Hawker never even crossed me bloody mind.
You're looking right at me, man. Oh, now you've got the sad closed eyes. Oh, Kaidan.
All right.
Okay, but this is a nice little home. There is a bath back here. Really pretty. Katie, want a bath? No. No, not so much. Alright, that's fair.
What is it, boy? What do you want?
Porker stew! Alright.
Well then.
You turn on auto loot. There's some like books and stuff in here. Crafting stations. Don't know if it has an oven, but it has a cooking pot. Some of these mods were made before Hearthfire.
You're asking me a lot of questions. Personal kind. That feels
Okay.
important.
Yeah, lots of
right.
crafting stations, as I said. Kaidan's still muttering.
I've got no idea. But something feels different.
So it's a nice little place in. I think this is they have a smelting pot, which is interesting, and an anvil, tanning rack. So you can use this for crafting, just not cooking. Not tired yet, so I'm not gonna sleep. Because that's about all I want to see of Markarth. Until they make me do more. Alright, so, Legacy of the Dragonborn, I'm going to wait a little bit on. I'm going to go back. And we are actually going to do Bleak Falls Barrow. Yes. Yes, we are. Except I went to Helgen and not where I should go. Oops. Oopsie. Riverwood. Yeah, there. Actually, it's not giving... Oh, there it is. There's the marker for leaf rest. And look, now I'm sleepy. Pray. Oops. Sorry. I meant to pray, not to you. Rude. Okay, pray to Akatosh and then do the Winter Sun pray. I don't really worry much about
I wasn't
disease.
expecting that question. I can't hold a thought in my head while I see that smile, so I probably said something stupid.
Probably.
Kaidan, you're losing.
Another thing about Leaf Rest that I didn't tell you. You can read this alchemy book. It'll give you a buff to alchemy skill. Really helpful if you're making potions that you're going to use to make permanent gear items. And the same with reading the enchantment book. You can get a buff to your enchantment skill. It'll make the items that you're creating stronger. I don't think it has a smithing buff. All right. Bleak Falls Barrow.
It's actually quite beautiful here.
It is, right, Kaidan? Weirdly, I think there's a fox up here. I mean, a wolf. Don't know how I know. Told you. Alright. And weirdly, I'm gonna think there's a troll up around this bend. So we're gonna sneak up here. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Gonna sneak our way. Even foggy days are pretty. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna try to... Yeah, when you're higher level, there is a troll. Troll! And I don't want to go stumbling into it while I suck so badly. If I can avoid dying to stupid things that I should know better about, I will. Oh, look at that. Oh, the bow away and just enjoy the view for a second.
Oh hell,
Beautiful.
suddenly I don't really mind sneaking quite so much.
I'm
No,
Nico.
eyes on your surroundings, Kaidan.
I love just seeing Nico's mouth like, It's best when he photobombs very important people. Or when Kaidan, as he has done before, when I'm in very important meetings with important people, says stuff like, "Who's a good boy?" I can... Yeah. I missed you, Eagle Eye. I missed you. I'm so glad to be back. Quit standing behind the thing. Quit. Rude.
Well, that can't be good, can it?
Must have just eaten a potion or something. I have no idea what I just ate. Alright, let's say it's a drink. Okay. Good boys. Everybody's a good boy. Oh, it kind of looks like Alistair from Dragon Age. Run by it fast. Pretty. Ty Hrothgar.
My blade is thirsting for blood.
Honk! 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 I mean, why get daggers when you could just honk people right in the face with your bow? I think eventually when you get skills enough, you'll stun them with that. And how much fun can you have with that skill set?
How are you so graceful when you move like this? I look like a fucking mud crab.
There, see, I'm getting better at what I'm doing. So now he's picking on himself. Beautiful. Look at the sun. Oh, yay. Very pretty murder. Lovely murder spot. Oh, wow. Yeah. How could you not love that? Must have a swamp fungal pod. Okay. We're gonna neek.
Boy, picking a fight now, eh? Fuck!
Kaidan, you're less helpful than you might think. Ooh, sorry, Ambar. Kaidan. Bad guy?
I'll make sure they regret it.
No, you're really not. You're making sure I regret it. Come on now.
Fuck off.
Fuck me.
Is everybody dead?
Oi!
Everybody
Creep.
dead? Oh no, we'll find out. They'll say something stupid. They can't help it. Ironclaw is now fearless. So that's part of the followers framework. I think it's another followers framework. They gain confidence. I believe, I don't notice if it happens much, but like vanilla followers, which I haven't had for a very long time, can actually run away from battle. Kaidan doesn't do that. And he's really the only main follower I use every time. The dude's smart. Great voice actor. Awesome writing. Silly flirting, but come on, I like a little silly. Okay. Zoning into our, what, first dungeon at level 30? Here is where we start using all that food we made. Apple pie, garlic bread, mushroom stew, and spiced wine. That will give me, those are all regen buffs. Although I think the spiced wine gives me a bigger magic pool and lessens my stamina. But, you know, why not? Have a feast before you go into battle. It might be your last. I mean, I'm carrying a couple hundred, so clearly that's not the expectation. You did not dodge that. You jerk. What you get? Yeah. Stamina hit. That's okay. It's a roleplay thing. I'd be more worked up about it if I were trying to do this on Legendary Survival.
Don't want to wake up whatever's in here.
I love these spider webs. Very cool.
Don't want to wake up whatever's in here.
That's the way I like it. When you just plink them to death with arrows before they even see you, I don't think there's any better way to do anything. Alright, here I'm going to cheat. You know, I can tell you already, I know the answer to this puzzle. It's snake, snake, whale, I believe. Snake, snake, whale. Yes. So I've memorized some of them, but I'm going to use the puzzle solver because these things become less fun as time progresses, so I can use the skill. It'll show the puzzle, and then it'll show me solving it, and I like that. Okay, I also have, I don't solve claw puzzles either. I've got something that automatically opens the door and solves the puzzle if you have a claw in your inventory. It's just, with so much repetition, some of it is just not, like, challenging and fun.
Good job. Maybe you should let me take over the archery, eh? I can give you a few tips sometime.
Yes, I suck. I'm okay with it. Yeah. I used to have something in my mod lineup. I don't know what caused it, but it used to crack me up that the spider just used to fall from the sky and immediately die. I changed my mod lineup. It stopped doing that, but it was hilarious. Okay, Arville is unaware that I'm just gonna outright kill him, because what's the point of having that conversation or chasing him? Okay. Good talk. Gosh, I wonder what the secret is. Oh, one bay over.
Fucking come on then!
You're a bit distracting in a fight. I mean, I like watching you fight. I like watching you in that fight. Right, let's go.
Yay! I mentioned I like headshots. I believe, I know where most of the traps are. I avoid them. I think the NFF followers is set so that my followers don't trigger any traps because it's just annoying.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Draugr!
Right.
All my Draugr have red eyes. There's the mod I use for that, JS's emissive eyes, lets you set the color. So if you've noticed, like wolves and skeevers have yellow eyes, these guys have red eyes. I think most undead are gonna have purple eyes. Very cool. Higher difficulties, these puzzles are actually insta-kill. Part of the reason why I don't like it. This difficulty I can just run straight through, which I will be doing.
Fucking grave walking zombies. It's yours.
See? None of them saw it coming. That's awesome.
Victory or Sovngarde! Ah, shit! Give up! Come on!
Fair warning. I'm absolutely shite at this, so apologies in advance.
You mean sneaking, not like sex. He's pretty crap at flirting, but being like awkwardly adorable. They did the same thing with Garrus too. I mean, it's a trope.
I remember Arcadia mentioning symptoms like yours. I think you're coming down with something.
Yeah, so I'm diseased. If you notice, he noticed, and he gave me a cure disease potion, which is really awesome. I'm gonna use it. Got a bunch already. I'm pretty good about making sure I go out in the world with them. I am at risk of contracting like vampirism or something like that, but I have a mod that just turns vampirism or being a werewolf on or off at will, because I'm not going through the stupid quest just because some random vampire bit me somewhere and I took a nap. Okay, I like to jump off the side here and land right at a chest. Yay! I'm sneaking so I can get better at it. I know, I suck. How else do you propose that I not suck? Yeah, I could go to a trainer, that's true. My trainers are also modded. Any master trainer can train you to 100. And there are trainers in the inns around the world that will train you to 100 also. The cost isn't less. Costs the same amount. It's really expensive, so I don't do it often. But I also have mods where I can buy as many skill points, add a trainer as I like. So I figure with the free market, that makes sense. But I don't really...
Someone could be watching us.
Like with enchanting, I will straight out cheat. And that's fine. But I don't like run around the world and buy all of the skill points. I enjoy, like, in this, I know I've got major boosts to alchemy with the auto loot. But archery here, I'm going to get naturally. Sneak, I'm going to get normally. So if I suck, I'll pay for it. Kaidan will tell me.
I'll kick your ass.
I do a lot of compulsive healing. This is a nice place I used to like to use a fire trap. Because why not? Flaming Draugr. I don't always use the fire traps because you can waste time. You can just sit here and be like, boy, I'd like to cross over there, but I'd be on fire. There are a couple of places.
The way you hold that bow of yours is giving me ideas. Let me start over. I know a trick or two that will improve your grip.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, that really doesn't feel like it improved much from the first one.
Awkward. Ah.
What's with the odd markings on the palm, I wonder?
Gosh. I wonder. Turns out we're not going to really need it.
Hey, it feels like we've done this dance before.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Those puzzle doors were more often used to lock things in, not out.
If we keep this up, I'm gonna start putting notches on my belt here soon. Oh, wait. I meant to mark my kills. Not just to mark my kills. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's my
That's cool,
fearless
huh, guys?
beast? Look at him. He's afraid of nothing.
Yeah. They're both the best. Ooh. I'm going to decide that he's talking to Ironclaw right now. Yeah, I am. He was talking to you. Totally.
What happened before? When you looked at that word wall, it was like you fell into a trance.
You didn't see the light from the runes? Or hear anything?
No. All I knew about those word walls is that they're usually some sort of a memorial. Never heard about them being magic, but it's clearly had an effect on you. Are you feeling alright?
It felt like the light was reaching out to me and the stone was speaking.
Perhaps some magical way of communicating. It's the purpose of those memorials, to deliver messages after all. The court wizard might know more.
It was weird, but stranger things have happened.
You're certainly phlegmatic about it. I'll give you that. All right.
How did they find us?
I will feel the wrath of my blade!
Yay!
Let it be a lesson.
Everybody! Pile on the Dragon Lord! Good job, Iron Claw. Bite him in the shins.
How can I help?
Ah! Ugh. Wow, that was...
Was that all you needed?
Yeah, I was gonna do this. Oof.
And that must be the trap. So, let's just get it back to that court wizard, eh?
Yeah.
Who is a good wolfie?
Yeah, everybody should get treats after you kill a Dragon Lord.
Who's a good boy?
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
You don't say. I have had some mods where I tried to get guards or other people to do fewer force greets and talk less, but it means that it applies to your followers. Like, Kaidan will essentially stop talking, and that's sad. I like it when Kaidan talks.
Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius.
Most of the time.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal.
I have the golden claw.
You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Most of my NPCs will steal that immediately right back, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to build a replica. You can, now that he likes me, I can pretty much
Thank you so much for
take
taking care of those thieves.
quite a bit.
The Riverwood
The
Trader
stones
is back to the
I
way
already
it
have.
used
I
to
don't
be.
need to steal them, but yeah, it's a good place to steal stuff. It's just
Does
I
he
don't
really
need to.
just display it in plain sight like that? Fucking idiot. Don't be surprised if he has to hire us to retrieve it again.
Yeah, usually he'd have to hire me to retrieve it from me because I just yoink it back. But Saleya has a little bit more dignity. Also, she's much richer. She's not as desperate. Hi, Birja. Hi. Well, that's okay. Yeah, you're allowed to feel that way. It's healthy, and you're safe. You can express yourself, Birja.
What is it then?
You see?
Hey,
The
Delphine.
terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced
Just in case something goes wrong.
it's a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farengar, don't...
I've seen you glance at me after each big fight lately. But don't worry, my oath isn't fulfilled yet.
Yes, don't worry.
Part of me is starting to
Although
hope
the
it
chance
won't.
to see a living dragon up close would be
Inadvertently
tremendous.
hilarious.
Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well.
Just because it's Delphine's
You have a
book,
visitor.
I'll steal it.
Ah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems.
Hey, Kaidan, you okay there, buddy?
Ah, the Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way.
I got you the Dragonstone. What's next?
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Your mind, anyway.
My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork.
Her name's Delphine.
She discovered its location by means she has so far
That's
declined
right,
to share
Kaidan.
with me. So
Yeah.
your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
I could steal.
went into
Normally
Bleak
I would
Falls
run
Barrow
around
and
and
got
steal this
that?
place blind, but
Nice work.
that soul gem
Just send me
usually
a
gets
copy,
stolen,
Farengar.
I gotta say.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A
Our
dragon's
memorial
sighted nearby.
soul gem. Aren't
You
the
should come too.
circular
A dragon.
ENB
How
light
exciting. Where was it
rotating
seen?
ones just
What
cool?
was it doing?
I like leaving them.
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you.
I have lots of
If
soul
the
gems.
dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it.
Alright,
Let's go.
let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking
Did
the
you notice
Watchtower?
I can't stop staring at
No,
your
my lord.
face?
It was just
Oh,
circling overhead when I
shit.
left.
How
I never
hard is it
ran
to
so fast in my
fucking
life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Really hard, apparently.
Good work, son.
You make life
We'll take
better,
it from
Kaidan.
here.
Have I told you
Head
that?
down to the barracks
You're
for
just,
some food and rest.
you're amusing,
You've earned
and
it.
you're loyal,
Irileth,
and I
you
appreciate
better
it.
gather some guardsmen and get down there.
These guys are boring,
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
right?
Good.
Yeah.
Don't fail
Yeah.
me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
What time is it?
I can't...
Avenici is
both of
sleeping.
I need
That's
you here
okay.
working
I'm
on
alright
ways-
waking him up.
defend the city against
Let's get
this
our house. So we'll head to Jarl Balgruuf's quarters and pick up the gem that's sitting at his bedside. Except I went right back into a white run onto a balcony, which I usually do, and yeah, don't do that. Go back inside, dummy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to travel with an idiot, but you love me anyway, right? Right. Good. Okay, it's off to the side. Yes, it is. Unusual gem. It's a shame that I cannot just bamf these kids directly into oblivion. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. Alright.
Who's a good boy?
Before the Ages of Man by Icantar of Shimmery. Before man came to rule Tamriel, and before the chronicles of the histories recorded in the affairs of the rulers of Tamriel, the events of our world are known only through myths and legends, and through the divinely inspired teachings of the Nine Divines. For convenience, historians divide the distant ages of prehistory to two broad periods of time, the Dawn Era and the Merethic Era. The Dawn Era. The Dawn Era is that period before the beginning of mortal time, when the feats of the gods take place. The Dawn Era ends with the exodus of the gods and magic from the world of the founding of the Adamantine Tower. The term Merethic comes from the Nordic, literally, era of the elves. The Merethic Era is the prehistoric time after the exodus of the gods and magic from the world at the founding of the Adamantine Tower, and before the arrival of Ysgramor the Nord in Tamriel. The following are the most notable events of the Dawn Era, presented roughly in sequence as it must be understood by creatures of time such as ourselves. The cosmos formed from the Orbis, chaos or totality, by Anu and Padme. Akatosh, Oriel formed, and time began. The gods et Abba formed, et Ada formed. Lorcan convinced, or tricked, the gods into creating the mortal plane, Nirn. The mortal plane was at this point highly magical and dangerous. As the gods walked, the physical makeup of the mortal plane and even the timeless continuity of existence itself became unstable. When magic, Magnus, When magic, When magic, Magnus, architect of the plans for the mortal world, decided to terminate the project, the gods convened at the Adamantine Tower, Durrani Tower, the oldest known structure in Tamriel, and decided what to do. Most left when magic did. Others sacrificed themselves. What? Oh, others sacrificed themselves into other forms so that they might stay. The Elnathe. Lorcan was condemned by the gods to exile in the mortal realms, and his heart was torn out and cast from the tower. Where it landed, the volcano formed. With magic, in the mythic sense, gone, the cosmos stabilized. Elven history, finally linear, began. NE 2500. The Merethic era was figured by early Nord scholars as a series of years numbered in reverse order backward from their beginning of time, the founding of the Cameron dynasty, recorded as year zero of the first era. The prehistoric events of the Merethic era are listed here with their traditional Nordic Merethic dates. The earliest Merethic date cited by Ring Harald scholars. The earliest Merethic date cited by Ring Harald scholars was ME 2500, the Nordic reckoning of the first year of time. As such, the Merethic era extends from ME 2500 in the distant past to ME 1, the year before the founding of the Cameron dynasty and the establishment of the White Gold Tower as an independent city-state. According to King Harold's bards, ME 2500 was the date of construction of the Adamantine Tower on Balfiera Island in High Rock, the oldest known structure of Tamriel. This corresponds roughly to the earliest historical dates given in various unpublished Elven chronicles. During the early Merethic era, the aboriginal beast peoples of Tamriel, the ancestors of the Khajiit, Argonian, Orcish, and other beast folk, lived in pre-literate communities throughout Tamriel. In the Middle Merethic era, the Aldmeri, mortals of elven origin, refugees left their doomed and now lost continent of Aldmeris, also known as Old Elnathe, and settled in southwestern Tamriel. The first colonies were distributed at wide intervals on islands along the entire coast of Tamriel. Later inland settlements were founded primarily in fertile lowlands in southwest and central Tamriel. Wherever the beast folk encountered the elves, the sophisticated, literate, technologically advanced Aldmeri cultures displaced the primitive beast folk into the jungles, marshes, mountains, and wastelands. The Adamantine Tower was rediscovered and captured by the Durrani, a prominent and powerful Aldmeri clan. The Crystal Tower was built on Somerset Isle and later White Gold Tower in Cyrodiil. During the Middle Merethic era, Aldmeri explorers mapped the coasts of Vardenfell, building the first era high elven wizard towers of Aldredania, Balfell, Tel Arun, and Tel Mora in Morrowind. It was also during this period that Ayleid wild elven settlements flourished in the jungles surrounding White Gold Tower, present-day Cyrodiil. Wild elves, also known as the Heartland High Elves, preserved the Dawn-era magics and knowledge of the Elinofe. Ostensibly a tribute land to the High King. Well, that H and that R looks an awful... Okay. Ostensibly a tribute land to the High King of Alinor, the Heartland's long lines of communication from the Somerset Isles sovereignty effectively isolated Cyrodiil from the High Kings at Crystal Tower. The late Middle Merethic era is the period of the High Velothi culture. The Chimer, ancestors of the modern Dunmer, or Dark Elves, were dynamic, ambitious, long-lived elven clans devoted. Let me do that again. The Chimer, ancestors of the modern Dunmer, or Dark Elves, were dynamic, ambitious, long-lived elven clans devoted to fundamentalist ancestor worship. The Chimer clans followed the prophet Veloth out of the ancestral elven homelands in the southwest to settle in the lands known now as Morrowind. Despising the secular culture and profane practices of the Dwemer, the Chimer also coveted the lands and resources of the Dwemer, and for centuries provoked them with minor raids and territorial disputes. The Dwemer, dwarves, free-thinking, reclusive elven clans devoted to the secrets of science, engineering, and alchemy, established underground cities and communities in the mountain range, later the Velothi Mountains, separating modern Skyrim and Morrowind. The late Merethic era marks the precipitous decline of Velothi culture. Some Velothi settled in villages near declining and abandoned ancient Velothi towers. During this period, Velothi high culture disappeared on Vardenfell Island. The earliest Dwemer freehold colonies date back from this period. Degenerate Velothi devolved into tribal cultures which in time evolved into the modern Great Houses of Morrowind, or persisted as the barbarian Ashlander tribes. The only surviving traces of this tribal culture are scattered Velothi towers and Ashlander nomads on Vardenfell Island. The original First Era High Elven wizard towers along the coasts of Tamriel were also abandoned about this time. It was in the late Merethic era that the pre-literate humans, so-called Nedic peoples, from the continent of Atmora, also Altmora or the Elder Wood in Aldmeris, migrated and settled in northern Tamriel. The Nord culture hero Isgormor, leader of a great colonizing fleet to Tamriel, is credited with developing a runic transcription of Nord speech based on Elvish principles, and so Isgormor is considered the first human historian. Isgormor's fleet landed on Hasarik Head. Is that right? Yep. Hasarik Head at the extreme northern tip of Skyrim's Broken Cape. The Nords built there the legendary city of Sarthal. The elves drove the men away during the Night of Tears, but Isgormor soon returned with his 500 companions. Also during the late Merethic era, the legendary immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, and king variously known as Pellinal Whitestrake, Harold Harry Breeks, really? Ysmir, Hans the Fox, etc., wandered. Tamriel, gathering armies, conquered lands, Oh. Let me do that again. It's a long sentence. It's a run-on sentence. Also during the late Merethic era, the legendary immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, and king variously known as Pelinal Whitestrake, Harald Harry Breeks, Izmir, Hans the Fox, etc., wandered to Tamriel, gathering armies, conquering lands, ruling, then abandoning his kingdoms to wander again. Doink.
You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
You are... you're the worst.
You're not from around here. I bet you're here to help with the war.
I'm kind of here to, like, yoink all your stuff, so deal with it.
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
I know, right? Who's ever heard of
More
such a
trouble in
thing?
Whiterun and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
Yeah. Okay. I think Avanichi's in here. Sleep. And I don't have any problem waking him up. Hey, man.
You are a good boy, Miko.
Isn't he? Try not to shit on the carpets. Or do. I don't really care.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as
Although,
steward.
it's not like they'd be cleaning it up. Is there anything you need from me?
Of course. It's all in this note.
So that's the creation content shadow
The
bell.
Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
I'd like to purchase a house in the city.
Splendid. There's a house available right now.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
I'd like to purchase a homestead outside of the city.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
I'd like to decorate my home.
I'll be glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home, provided you have the coin. And of course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase?
Okay, I have the TNF beds model. I have to carefully think about what I'm doing. All right.
Very well.
You have to buy this.
Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Yeah. As long as I buy the child's room
Very
and
well.
don't replace it.
Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
I'm okay.
Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. I'll make... Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Good.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Personal kind. I feels important. It is, right? Isn't it? Oh, I've got no idea.
There was something
feels
upstairs, right? If I ever do the quest for, like, the Whispering Door. Not in here. It's been a while. The
Are you
Whispering
playing
Door
hide and seek?
quest usually bugs like crazy. It's up on top of some... Did I auto-loot it? No, there it is. Oh! Mammoth tusk! I need one. I'm gonna steal it. I think there's usually a key in here. Oh well. Never mind. You didn't see anything. Alright.
Who's a good dog?
Okay, I mean, I do know that the soldiers actually, like, physically run down there, so if you fast travel immediately, you'll just be sitting there waiting for a little bit. I always end up doing this fight in the middle of the night. I don't know why. One time there was this really, really cool, like, thunderstorm happening at the time. You should always fight dragons in thunderstorms. Very cool. Okay, it's a little cloudy, but it's a beautiful night, and it's not like sometimes if it's raining here, if you try to do this fight, you can't even see the dragon.
I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened, and if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
So this mod is, if I came out here, you would just see this place not on fire. It's a little bit more fortified, and it hasn't fallen apart. So in the vanilla game, the tower already looks broken and attacked. So this is a mod that fixes the tower so that then the dragon can break it. All right.
No.
R.I.P. Onat, Froki, and Tor.
Froki and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Poor Froki and Tor. They are the real heroes. Although you'd think they'd just stay in the stupid tower until someone brought them something to eat.
Hello, sailors. It's a dragon. Fight.
All of the dragons in my game have different skins. I think it's called diverse dragons. So there are a whole bunch of different types of dragons, and then the heroic dragons are all reskinned too.
Orioles, arsehole!
You are brave, Malan Okaran. Your defeat
Die, dragon!
brings me honor.
You really don't want to fuck with me! You are dead!
No!
Okay, that's a pretty good balance. It takes a little while to kill something, but it doesn't take half an hour.
Hello again.
Yeah. I'm not asking you that in the middle of a dragon fight. Okay. Dead dragon and improved dead dragon skulls.
That
Alright.
was one monstrosity of a dragon. Hey,
I can't
thank
believe
fuck
it.
that's over.
You're Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you mean?
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did,
It's
isn't
not really
it?
stealing
Absorb
if
the
the
dragon's
owner's
power.
dead, right? It's plunder. I think you may be right.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about? Dragonborn?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
I must.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn.
Yeah, you do.
Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Nord.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
You live in a land of magic.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Anything?
But that really was a dragon. Those worms were supposed to be lost to the ages. And you took in its very life force.
Its very life force.
Such a thing can only be done by a dragonborn.
Yeah.
I'm behind you.
That's nice. Oh, okay, so it wasn't really night, it was early morning.
Oh, it's fucking freezing.
Oh, two of my least favorite
Turn
things.
around and go back the way you came.
We're causing
The
no
Red
trouble.
Guard.
All we ask.
The Red Guard gentlemen.
I don't care what you're doing.
And the Greybeards. I'm gonna come out and say it. I don't really like old white men who stand up on top of a mountain, have people bring them things, keep massive secrets, and yell at people.
Be glad you're here in the city.
It's
and
not my
look out
favorite.
in Riverwood.
Right, Tree? Let me just
Don't even have a ward.
take a moment to rest. Trees are cool. Hey, I'm scared. Nice that you're quiet, man. Also, water is beautiful. Nice to see beautiful water. Look at the lilies. All right, deep centering breath.
Was that?
Yeah, Kaidan, that's kind of the energy happening, huh? All right, so save the game, deep breath, go listen to how amazing these yelly white men are. But I will endure this, and then I get Lydia.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
The watchtower was destroyed, but we killed the dragon.
I knew I could count on Irileth. But there must be more to it.
Irileth! Sorry, I'm not laughing. Turns out, I may be something called Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn?
Oh, I guess nothing. That's just what the men called me.
Not just the men. The Greybeards seem to think the same
That there's
thing.
this loud, shouty sound, and everybody's like, ooh, you did it. Everybody knows already. Greybeards?
Masters of the way of the voice.
Uh-huh.
They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
Uh-huh. What do these Greybeards want with me?
The Dragonborn is
Lots
said
of
to be
lectures.
uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thume or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun?
Yeah.
That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar.
Yeah?
This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora. Rungar, calm yourself. What does any of this
I
Nord
don't know why
nonsense have to do with
Rongar
our
doesn't
friend
just,
here?
like, cut off
Capable as
Prometheus's
she may
head.
be, I don't see any signs of her
He's
being
such an
this...
asshole.
What? Dragonborn. No nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our
Yeah,
sacred
like a
traditions
puffed
that
up
date back to the
ignorant would
founding
be
of
what
the
he
First
said.
Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on
Dead
Avenues.
man.
I meant no disrespect, of course.
Of course.
It's just that, what do these graybeards want with her?
None of your fucking business.
That's the Greybeard's business, not ours.
Yeah, go spend my money.
Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it.
Mm-hmm.
If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor.
I would say I refuse their summons in about 90% of my games.
To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that?
How could I possibly know that?
High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before.
Oh, I don't care now.
No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we?
Oh, I'm so glad to be joining
We are honored to have you as
system
Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business,
yeah.
Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
The whole thing is icky from top to bottom. Yeah, I wish I could be having a sandwich, Kaidan.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
I don't care. He's a jerk.
The Greybeards are masters of the Thuum. I don't doubt they'll have the answers to the questions you must have.
I don't really have questions, but I'll pretend like I do. This feels so unreal that I could actually be Dragonborn.
I knew there was something different about you. You have a strange energy in your voice, and in your eyes, I can see fire.
I don't understand why, though.
And I am sure in time we will find out why.
Are you alright? Didn't seem like you slept well last night.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Not really used to sleeping with someone. Fuck. I mean, spending the entire night with shit. I slept fine. Was that all you needed?
I love these fires. Look, isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Okay, time to be force breeded.
I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
Follow me. I need your help.
Lead the way.
Okay, we're gonna go on a house tour. So we just got Breeze home. First stop. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
You know, I've hit my head a couple of times in my life, and I've made some pretty stupid decisions. But do let me know if I ever start staring vacantly off into space, like that steward that Balgruuf saddled you with, eh?
Yeah. Kaidan hates Lydia. He gets pretty mean. He gets pretty mean. I believe it is an expression of how irritated the mod author is in what,
Yes? Do you get to the
made
Cloud
her,
District very often?
make her own companions.
Of course you do.
For which I am endlessly grateful. So actually, thank Lydia for being boring and subservient. Because thus Kaidan was born. But he's not very gracious about it. Alright. This is the as I said, the housing mod all in one. I think I said it earlier. I don't remember exactly the name.
I wasn't expecting that question. I can't hold a thought in my head while I see that smile, so I probably said something
The
stupid.
stairs are a little problematic. Lydia's room should be
losing
populated with furniture. Good. Here's the smithing section. TNF, that's what it is. I was thinking NFT, and I'm like, I know that's wrong. TNF. TNF housing, I think this is the all-in-one. It redoes all of the vanilla homes. Oh, Lydia is completely naked. Alright, well that's what the nudity mods look like. She's naked with a sword. Nice! So her clothes are bugged. But, I mean, we can handle it. You okay, sweetie?
So,
Alrighty. Well.
Lydia, you know your thing is the Dragonborn, right? Are you sure you're up for the job?
Just like that this
little one gets
conversation
into
is
quite a
while
lot of
they're
trouble.
naked. Alright.
I am sworn to carry her burdens.
Yeah. You're very fond of saying that. If this is what your Bagrov offers for protection, then I ought to have a word or two with him.
I will protect you with my life.
This
That's not what I meant, Lydia, but
inadvertently
thanks.
hilarious. I'm not leaving until they're done talking. Okay, she should put her clothes back on, but she might not. Who knows? Or just, this is what's happening now. Okay. Alright, we are settled into our lovely home, children's room, and I'm actually going to sit down in a chair and read a book. Alright, this is another home where I'm going to put my other shrine, just because I should still have a shrine in my inventory. This is a good place to stop. And I've used up all my shrines. Okay. A few of them. Again, I could make them, but I need the amulets of Akatosh, and they're just random loot. They're tough to find, so I'm gonna make it easy on myself, like I often do. And they're not in my inventory. Alrighty. We're gonna try that again. Apparently, I can't spell. Okay. Should have a few. Drop one here. It's a little awkward to find a spot. Alright, let's see. This one here. Lower to the ground. Alright. Yes. So, activate the shrine. Alright, I don't have to do the additional praying because it recognizes that. Alright, I'm going to take the Book of the Dragonborn, and I'm going to sit and read it. Well, where is it? Come on, I'm sitting here. Okay, the Book of the Dragonborn. Alright, we're going to read a bedtime story. The Book of the Dragonborn by Prior Emmeline Madrine. Order of Talos, Waynon Priory. Year 360 of the Third Era, 21st of the reign of His Majesty Pelagius IV. Many people have heard the term Dragonborn. We are, of course, ruled by the Dragonborn emperors, but the true meaning of the term is not commonly understood. For those of us in the Order of Talos, this is a subject near and dear to our hearts, and in this book I will attempt to illuminate the history and significance of those known as Dragonborn down through the ages. Most scholars agree that the term was first used in connection with the Covenant of Akatosh, when the blessed Saint Alessia was given the Amulet of Kings, and the dragon fires in the Temple of the One were first lit. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart, and blessed Saint Alessia with this blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alessia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies, the Daedra-loving Aelids. So, it's Aeliad, I think. Yeah, I mispronounce it sometimes. Aelids. Those blessed by Akatosh with the dragon blood became known more simply as Dragonborn. The connection with the rulers of the Empire was thus there from the beginning. Only those of the dragon blood were able to wear the Amulet of Kings and light the dragon fires. All the legitimate rulers of the Empire have been Dragonborn, the emperors and empresses of the first Cyrodiilic Empire founded by Alessia. Remen Cyrodiil and his heirs, and of course Tiber Septim and his heirs, down to our current emperor, His Majesty Pelagius Septim IV. Because of this connection with the emperors, however, the other significance of the Dragonborn has been obscured and largely forgotten by all but scholars and those of us dedicated to the service of the blessed Talos, who was Tiber Septim. Very few realize that being Dragonborn is not a simple matter of heredity. Being the blessing of Akatosh himself, it is beyond our understanding exactly how and why it is bestowed. Those who become emperor and light the dragon fires are surely Dragonborn. The proof is in the wearing of the amulet and the lighting of the fires. But were they Dragonborn and thus able to do these things, or was the doing the sign of the blessing of Akatosh descending upon them? All that we can say is that it is both and neither, a divine mystery. The line of Septims have all been Dragonborn, of course, which is one reason the simplistic notion of it being hereditary has become so commonplace. But we know for certain that the early Cyrodiilic rulers were not all related. There is also no evidence that Remen Cyrodiil was descended from Alessia, although there are many legends that would make it so, most of them dating from the time of Remen and likely attempts to legitimize his rule. We know that the Blades, usually thought of as the Emperor's bodyguards, originated in Akaviri crusaders who invaded Tamriel for obscure reasons in the late First Era. They appear to have been searching for a Dragonborn. The events of Pale Pass bear this out, and the Akaviri were the first to proclaim Remen Cyrodiil as Dragonborn. In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to provoke... In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to promote his standing as emperor, although Remen himself never took that title in his lifetime. And of course, there is no known hereditary connection between Tiber Septim and any of the previous Dragonborn rulers of Tamriel. Whether there can be more than one Dragonborn at any time is another mystery. The emperors have done their best to dismiss this notion, but of course the imperial succession itself means that at the very least, there are two or more potential Dragonborn at any time, the current ruler and his or her heirs. The history of the Blades also hints at this, although little is known of their activities during the interregnum between Remen's empire and the rise of Tiber Septim. Many believe that the Blades continue to search out and guard those they believe were or might be Dragonborn during this time. Lastly, we come to the question of the true meaning of being Dragonborn. The connection with dragons is so obvious that it has almost been forgotten. In these days when dragons are a distant memory, we forget that in the early days being Dragonborn meant having dragon blood. Some scholars believe that was meant quite literally, although the exact significance is not known. Actually, that's part of all the sex mods, so the sex mods must have been part of the Merethic era, or something like that, which we learned from the earlier book. The Nords tell tales of Dragonborn heroes who were great dragon slayers, able to steal the power of the dragons they killed. Indeed, it is well known that the Akaviri sought out and killed many dragons during their invasion, and there is some evidence that this continued after they became Remon Cyrodiil's Dragon Guard, and again, the connection to dragons, the direct predecessors to the blades of today. I leave you with what is known as the prophecy of the Dragonborn. It is often said to originate in an Elder Scroll, although it is sometimes also attributed to the ancient Akaviri. Many have attempted to decipher it, and many have also believed that its omens had been fulfilled and that the advent of the last Dragonborn was at hand. I make no claims as an interpreter of prophecy, but it does suggest that the true significance of Akatosh's gift to mortal kind has yet to be fully understood. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the world eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Okay, good bedtime story. So, Saleya has so far become beloved of Akatosh, and Mara saved her from the prison, so she's neutral with she does love her parents, Dibella and Sheogorath. She hates Sanguine, and she feels blessed by Akatosh and Mara.
Hello again.
I'm gonna wait till he stops
Till later, then.
leaning over a desk to talk to him. Hey, Lydia. I'm sorry for the abuse we have to take. We're gonna make this quick. Well, you shouldn't have to take this from him. But I'm not gonna let you kill him. And you're immortal. Yeah, all my followers are immortal. Ooh, and he can teleport. Ooh.
Are you a mage? It's the strangest thing, but every time I look at you, everybody else disappears.
You're so sweet. You're so serious. I want to learn a silly thing about you. Are you ticklish?
I could tell you, but some things are best learned by experience, eh?
Learned by experience? What do you mean?
You're welcome to find out any time yourself if you'd like.
You know, a comment like that could give a person ideas.
Careful, that answer might start giving me ideas.
I'd say you kind of have ideas already, huh, buddy?
What do you need?
Let's rest here.
Aye. Here, I brought you a book.
Edgar Allan Poe alone.
I'm glad we're friends. I have something for you. Here.
Oh, he keeps teleporting. This place up here kind of freaks him out. Oh, thanks. I got a book of poetry from Kaidan, but you brought me an iron ingot? You probably stole it from probably just took it from downstairs. I'm not impressed, Lydia. Kaidan, stop leaning over the desk. Come on, buddy. Hello? Hello?
Tell me what you need.
For you to stop leaning over the desk. Alright.
I'm here if you need me.
Yeah, but you're, like, really leany. Come on. Hello, Lydia. Ooh, I'm starting to lag. I'm gonna save, just in case something horrible is happening. Oh, and I told him to rest too. He's not gonna follow me. Kaidan!
What is it this time?
Told you. Come on, we got
There's
things
no
to
rush,
do.
is there?
Yeah, but I can't. I love the bonsai. You might notice, I really like trees. Okay, you guys are making me tired. Go get some sleep. I will talk to Kaidan in the morning. Okay. Hello, sweetheart. You sleep well? I wish there were some kitty beds here. Alright. Let's try again. Did you sleep by the fire, Miko? Good. Where is Kaidan? There you are. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. Ah!
Dragonborn.
Alright, let's rest here.
Couldn't think of anywhere better. Everything alright?
Have you ever been in love?
I thought I was, once or twice. When I was a little younger and a lot stupider. There was a noble girl I was sweet on when I was a lad. She was married off to some courtier. Another lass later on who turned out to be trouble. Lust or infatuation, it might have been, but I wouldn't call it love. What about you? Ever been shot with that arrow?
I'm not really gonna get into it. No. At least, I don't think I have.
I think that's a no then. But I won't pretend to be an expert on the subject.
Right, let's get going. Aye?
How do you feel about me?
Sometimes, I wonder about you and me.
Oh? Please tell me more.
Well, we're great together, you know? A perfect pair.
You're absolutely right. I'm glad we met, Kaidan.
Good. I'm glad.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather hear about you.
What would you like to know about me?
Is there anything I do that irritates you?
You could never irritate me.
You flatter me.
Come on, let's get going.
I've got your back.
Alright. Look at the sky. Oh, you're so beautiful. Okay, now to go get the Creator Club home. I'm blanking on its name. Tundra something. Hello, chicken. You're okay even if you don't have any babies. That's a little weird. Ah! See, that's why you turn lights on and run people over in the middle of the night. It's rude. Tundra Homestead? Maybe it's Tundra Homestead. Something like that. Swerve to discover the farms. Oh, I wonder if I'm too late to go get Cicero. Huh. I don't know. Oh! Handcart. By the power vested in me, with Nito buttons, I disable thee! Nice. No, don't steal his horse, it's rude. Okay, Tundra Homestead is a really nice starter home, and I have certainly started here many a time with Live Another Life before I really integrated Kaidan or Legacy of the Dragonborn. But I still really like it here. There's a nice little garden in the back you can use. Alright. Open up. Take everything. Let's do it. All the things.
Good dog.
That's
Don't go
right.
giving me fleas.
Oh, be nice. Okay, I believe I have denuded the place of its value. Good job. Alright. Pretty scary, actually. It looks very menacing. Yee. Alright. Now. Golden Hills Plantation. Now, by canon, my head canon, different colors of Aurora out here. Ooh. Thistle is the only one really allowed to live in the upstairs bedroom. Where is Lydia? I would like to know. So most of the other guys, and I know I got the crab, so I will look at my spells. And try to spell things right. Okay, teleport pet dwarven mud crab. Alright, so I'm going to summon the crab.
How would a man like me even know what love is? I love hawk stew.
There she is, good
crushed
job.
up inside. Unless it was gone
I
off.
might have not been able to complete the spell, so... There you are, sweetie. Okay, okay. Hold up. Okay. Tell it to stay here. And then... think I need to tell it to travel with me and then wait. Come on, sweetie. Okay, following me. Wait here. Yeah, stay here. This is your new home. Okay, that'll give the crab a chance to wander around, treat it as a home, and not like be stuck eternally in one spot forever. Evil, evil. Ah, so much better. Okay, it's really dark, but let's see.
It's actually quite
How
beautiful
my planting went. Oh, I did okay. Everything seems to have a plant in it, on it. Missed a couple. Alright, so this section should be done. I'm gonna save and try because it can be buggy to assign a follower or a housecarl to here. And whatever you do, don't move one housecarl from one place to another. It's not good. Hey,
I'm right
lady.
behind you.
I'm looking to hire a steward for my plantation. Interested?
I'd be honored to be your steward. You've built a fine steading here.
Thank you. Alright, so now you ask her to spruce up the joint. I need you to hire some farmhands to... Oh, right. I can't do
Farewell.
that yet. I can't have a farmhand until I have all the stuff. So... Oh no! I am going to have to actually get firewood. Damn! That's okay, it's not too much. There is a mod for here to add on a bathing house, which is really cool. So if you're doing the bath thing, I don't know why there's a cooking pot in here, but there is. There's a little bath. And the bathing mod, I believe, recognizes this spot. Yeah. It's a tiny little bath, but it qualifies.
Oh, it's fucking freezing.
It is not. This is hot water. We're fine. Look, there's a fire right
Aren't you,
there.
cold?
I'm fine. Weird small talk. Okay. I guess my version of build or buy isn't working in Golden Hills, which is fine. It isn't really strictly Hearthfire content. It's Creation Club. Alright, I'm gonna chop some wood. Turn off my light source, so it doesn't give me seizures. I think I needed about 10. Alright, let's see what else I need. Just beautiful. Look at that. Okay, bunkhouse. I'm not going to be using this stable, but I'm going to build one. Because Anbar, you know, gets summoned. But that, I don't know if that bench stays there until you buy everything and then disappears. I'm not sure. But I might as well finish it up. It's just 2 pieces of firewood. Alright.
Here, boy!
So if you're not familiar with Golden Hills, there's a crafting area here. There's a storage chest, which I relied on so heavily during my legendary run. I kept all my alchemy stuff in the basement, all my crafting stuff up here. It saved me from encumbrance. So I'm going to plant a few things here. Ooh, that scared me. Almost locked up. I'll save again in case weirdo things are happening. So these are a little laggy. Okay, it doesn't look like...
Come on.
Ooh.
Come on, boy.
These are a little glitchy. It seems it just doesn't like the garlic. Or the Namira's rot? Okay. These may not actually be planted. I might have to come back later and do it. Not really the end of the world, but it looks like two of them are kind of glitchy. Which is fair. I'm not going to plant all of these right now. I've upgraded everything. I'm going to ask Lydia. She's probably back in the bunkhouse now. So I will be getting, like, horses. Oh wow, Ambar does hang out there. That's nice. That's very cool. So, I will be getting some horses as the game goes on. You know, you build dwarven horses or you get gift quest rewards of horses, and whichever one is most active will probably hang out there. Okay, Lydia.
What do you need, my Thane?
I need you to hire some farm hands to work the farm.
I'll see to it at once.
I need you to... Oh, I'm not going to buy a horse. I need you to purchase livestock for the plantation.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
A cow?
I'll keep an eye out for a good cow to purchase. Is there anything else you need?
I'd like you to purchase livestock.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
Do you have any baby chicks? She doesn't. But she
I'll
does
see
have
to it at
goats
once.
and adult chickens. I would love
Is there
to
anything
have
else
baby
you need?
chicks here so much.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
But I might never leave. A couple of chickens.
I'll see to it at once. Is there anything else you need?
I'd like you to buy new furnishings.
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Kitchen.
Very good. Is there anything else you need?
So I'm going
Of
to go
course.
through the run of...
What room would you like me to furnish?
Dining area.
Very good. I'll make all the arrangements. Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Alchemy and enchanting
Very
lab.
good. I'll make all the arrangements. Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Master bedroom.
Very good. I'll make all the arrangements. Is there anything else you need?
I'd like you to buy new
Of
furnishings.
course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Library and display
Very
room.
good. I'll make all the arrangements. Is there anything else you need?
I don't know what's the difference between the loft and the master bedroom.
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Huh. I don't know. I'm just going to buy it
Very
anyway.
good.
Loft.
I'll make all the arrangements.
Doesn't look like I can replace
Is there
it
anything
with a
else
master
you need?
bedroom, so...
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Alright.
Farewell.
That's it. So I'm very familiar with this place, though I won't really be using it much this run-through. On my vanilla run-throughs with no mods and high difficulty, this is one of the first places you should go. It's got a ton of storage, and when you have to run somewhere, Rorikstead is right there. And as part of the Hearthfires, you can add a carriage stop. So it's really convenient, very helpful. As I come back here and check in every now and then, I'll probably be planting more, but right now I'm not gonna do all of it. It's dark and it's a pain in the ass to try to see that, and it looks like it might be a little bit buggy. So as you can see, things have transformed a bit. It's a great place to cook. You've got a working oven and a working cooking pot. This is a great place to do alchemy and enchantment. The empty chest right there for storage. This knapsack works for storage. And the components in Satchel in here repopulate over time. So you can get quite a bit of stuff. There's some display. Of course, all of my display now is in the Legacy of the Dragonborn Gallery. But the unique thing is this pantry cupboard. So all of the things that you have planted and all of the livestock will actually populate in here. So you can come here and pick up what has been grown. It's unique. I don't know other mods that really do this. So to work as a functioning farm, well, I guess I do. There is another mod for like pretty much a fortress farm that I've tried. But this is just nice and cozy and works really well. Okay, looks good up here. Thistle's good. She's happy. Lydia will stay here. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.